ก่อนละเจ็ดเจ็ดแล้วเนี่ย
Hey Killer Bees, it's Paula B from HelloBeeFitness.com. On top today, I've got a workout that I have been wanting to make for a long time. You guys, this workout is from my mother. This is a quick and quiet cardio workout that we're going to do from a chair. That's right, we are doing seated cardio today. We're going to get our heart rate up without ever standing up. I've got my handy dandy gym boss here set for intervals of 30 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. And I promise you, this sounds like it might not be a tough workout since we're sitting down, but you are going to get your heart rate up. This workout is perfect for you, not only if you are my nearly 74-year-old mother, but also if you're just getting started with working out, or maybe you're nursing some kind of lower body injury, and you just want to get your cardio in, but you're not allowed to do any load bearing. Well, not only is this no jumping January, today is actually no standing January. I do have a quick little warm up for us too, and the only equipment you need is a chair. So when you're ready for it, I'm totally ready. Let's go. Alright you guys, we are going to get right into it with a nice little warm up. I've got my handy dandy gym box here, set for intervals of 30 seconds of work, and well, for our warm up it's going to be 10 more seconds of work. I want you to sit kind of on the edge of your seat. I know, I'm excited too, I'm on the edge of my seat, but that way you don't accidentally smack into the back of it. We're going to get started with arm circles. Nice forward and backward. Just warming up, working that shoulder through its whole range of motion, getting all the creaks and creaks out of your neck and shoulders. When it beats, we've only got 10 seconds for our secondary exercise on this warm-up, but what we're going to do is arm crossers. That's where we're going to go in front of our chest, opening and closing those arms, really working the shoulder from a different range of motion too. We're going to do this one. We're going to go back and forth between the two. So arm crossers. We're going to do the arm circles one more time. That's what I was saying. We're going to go back and forth between the arm circles and the arm crossers 2 times before we move on to the next thing. So nice and big on those arm circles. Really feeling this in my shoulders already. Heart rate's starting to come up just a little bit. This isn't super cardio work yet, but we are starting to get moving. When it beats again, we're going to go into those arm crossers again. And then after that, I've got another warm-up exercise for us too. So nice and big. Really getting those elbows all the way up next to your ears. And arm crossers. When it beats again in just 10 seconds, we're going to do high knees. Just going to pull your knee towards your chest. Not going to go super duper fast, but really trying to get a nice stretch in the back of your legs. Really starting to feel a little bit of work already in your core. I tell you what, we can't have cardio without doing core. We are, especially from the seated position, by the time we are moving our arms and moving our legs today, you're really going to have to make sure that your belly button is pulled in tight. When it beats, we're going to do a little leg crosser. What that means, we're going to still pull up one foot at a time and try and get that foot on top of our knee. If you can't get it all the way up, totally okay. You can see that I'm not super flexible from this sideways position either. Grab your foot and wherever it goes is where it goes. And then back to those high knees for the second and final time. When it beats again, we'll do those leg crossers one more time. And that'll be the end of our warm-up, and we're going to get right into some high heart rate work. Already feeling a little bit warm here, but the first thing we're going to do is a little bit more of a warm-up. We're not going to go super duper fast, and in fact, all day today, I want you to go at your pace. That's the great thing about a timer workout, is that you don't have to keep up with me. We're not counting. Leg crossers, and then we're going to go into something that I call frog reaches, which means that we're going to have our knees nice and wide, and we're going to reach down towards the ground and all the way up. So all the way down, all the way up. You do not have to touch the ground. It's not really about that. It is more about reaching. This is a nice stretch, actually, on your inner thighs, and a really good heart rate work by reaching up over your head. So all the way down, all the way up. When it beats again, we do get 10 And then we're going to move on to our next exercise, which is a punch and reach. So you can bring your knees in together. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to do some front punches. So punch, punch, and then reach up. Punch, punch, and reach up. Punch, punch, and reach up. Nice and quick. Really getting that heart rate up. And oh yes, bracing that core. Pulling that belly button in. Not swinging too wide with your back. We're not trying to do too much of a twist. But we are getting that heart rate up. Reaching those hands out and up.
ไม่เห็น
When it beats again, we get 10 seconds of rest.
ไม่เห็นนี่
Awesome job. Great job. Next exercise is something I call torso. To the side so that you can see what I'm doing from the side. We're going to reach our opposite foot. So both hands are up. One reaches down at a time across your body as quickly as you can go. Keeping your torso upright as much as possible by keeping that core pulled in. We've got nothing but abs today. I tell you what, heart rate comes up, but we are also working that core. Awesome job. When it beats, we get 10 seconds of rest. Great. All right, let's get back to the front again. This next one is a side reach with both our hand and our leg. So across your body and across your body. Across and across. Foot goes out, hand goes out. We are near the end of my list, which means that the exercises are getting tougher. That's how it works with me. We start with the easiest thing, which wasn't even all that easy, and then we get tougher as we go. Really pulling in that core, only reaching to where you can recover from, and moving as quickly as you can. When it beats, 10 seconds of rest. Awesome. This next one is the last one in our circuit. Something I call jackknife. I'm going to turn to the side again. We're going to have both hands up, and we're going to lean back a little bit, because both hands and both feet are coming up at the same time. It is totally okay to lean back in your chair a little bit. This is ab work and cardio work. Heart rate has definitely come up at this point. If you need to go 1 foot at a time, totally okay. This one's tough. This one was supposed to be tough. I like to challenge you.
ก็ร้องแล้วมันเป็นเรื่อง
When it beeps again,
เอาไว้
we
เต้น
get
เต้น
10
เอาไว้
seconds
ใส่
of
ยาง
rest. And then we're going to start this circuit another time. All right. Round 1 is done. Next up, when it beeps, we're going to go right back into those frog reaches. So feet nice and wide, reach down, reach up. You are doing awesome. Nice and quick. Round 2, we can go a little bit faster. We're warmed up now. Heart rate has come up. We're starting to sweat a little bit. That's okay. When it beeps, we get 10 seconds of rest.
ลงมาตอนนี้นะจะลงมา
Awesome. All right. Knees come back in. Next up is that punch and reach. So punching forward and we're reaching up. Punch, punch, reach. Punch, punch, reach. Nice and quick. The faster you're moving your hands, the higher your heart rate will come up. Which also means that if your heart rate has come up too high, just go a little bit slower. That's totally okay. You are in control of your heart rate today. We're bringing it up and we're bringing it down. That's what a HIIT workout is all about. High intensity interval training. So we're moving at high intensity and then we're letting our heart rate come back down with 10 seconds of rest. I'm going to scoot to the side again because we're back to those toy soldiers. Opposite hand and opposite foot right here on the edge of your chair. And here we go. Opposite hand for opposite foot. Now you notice I am actually touching my leg, not necessarily my foot. But I'm also not really straightening my leg all the way. If you need this to be a little bit easier on your abs, because boy am I feeling this in my abdominal area, you can keep your knees a little bit more bent. Totally okay. You can modify this workout however you need to make sure that you can get through it. When it beats, 10 seconds of rest. Awesome. Back to the front here. We're going to do that side reach with the side kick. So reaching across your body and that leg goes out. Reach and reach. Wherever you can get to. There we go. Nice and big on those hands. those jackknives for the second time. Both hands and both feet. It's totally okay to lean your shoulders back. We're working more on cardio than on abs. There we go. Awesome. This is ab work, obviously, but I want you to be moving quickly with as much control as you can, which is why it's okay to lean back. It's much more about swinging those hands as quickly as you can than about trying to control this work from your abs. If you feel like your lower back is taking over the work, do one leg at a time. Awesome. That was already the end of round 2, and we are only doing 3 rounds. That means one more time through, and we'll be done. So frog reaches, reaching down, reaching up. You are doing a great job. Nice and big on those hands. Nice and big with that heart rate. When it beeps, we get 10 seconds of rest. Awesome job. There we go. All right. Knees come back together. We're still on the edge of your seat. I know. I'm still excited about this. I'm on the edge of my seat. Doing those punches and reach. Punch, punch, reach. Punch, punch, reach. Punch, punch, reach. There we go. Keeping your pace at 30 seconds. It's not super long, but it is long. So going at a pace that you can do for the whole 30 seconds is what's really important here. It's okay if you're keeping up with me. It's okay if you're going faster than me. It's okay if you're going slower than me. Whatever your pace is, so that you can be working the whole interval, is absolutely the best way to go. 10 seconds of rest. Toy soldiers are next. So opposite hand and opposite foot or opposite knee, whatever one works. Nice and quick with those legs. Nice and quick with those hands. The faster you can move, the higher your heart rate is getting. The more you can keep both hands, or at least one hand, over your head, the higher your heart rate is going. There are all kinds of ways to get your heart rate up without jumping, without even standing. When it beeps, there we go, 10 seconds of rest. And then we're going into those side reaches for the third and final time. We are almost done with this circuit. You are doing great. Reach and reach. Nice and big. Awesome job. When it beeps, we get 10 seconds of rest. And we are doing the third and final time of those jackknives. Awesome. I'm going to switch to the side. All right. Lean back just a little bit. We're not quite on the edge of our seat for this one. Both hands and both feet. This is our last interval. Let's give it what we've got. Getting that heart rate as high as you can. I will warn you though, if you've never done one of my workouts before, we will be done after this, but we will not be finished. I've got one final thing for us. We'll get that 10 seconds of rest, and I'll tell you all about it. Let's finish strong. Excellent. All right. Here's what I've got for us. Sitting right on the edge of your seat. You're going to pull that core in nice and tight. I'm going to start with my left leg up, and this is all it is. We're holding on to this. This is core work. Really working those abdominals. When our heart rate is this high and our sweat rate is this high, it's even harder to hold on to this kind of a position, but you can do it. 30 seconds on this side, then we get 10 seconds of rest, then 30 seconds on the other side, and we will be finished. After that, hold on tight. This is tough. Woo! But you are tougher. 10 seconds of rest. Then we're going to do that exact same thing on the other side. So sitting up nice and straight and tall, really pulling that belly button in. And here it is. Your foot is wherever you can keep it. If your knee isn't all the way at your chest, that's totally okay. If your foot's just an inch off the ground, that is a really good challenge. Do what you can, try really hard to keep your foot off the ground for the whole 30 seconds. This is how we help ourselves to prevent falls. This is how we help ourselves to reducing our lower back pain. This is how we make ourselves strong. And that was it. I am so, so proud of you. Let's do just a couple more arm circles. We're going to stretch that out. This is nice and slow this time. Just bringing that heart rate back down. Super slow. Going through that whole range of motion. You did an awesome, awesome job today. I know that was quick, but our heart rate got nice and high. That was not an easy workout. It was simple and it was fast, thank goodness, but it wasn't easy. I'm really, really proud of you. Nice and big. Gonna reach across.
ไปเอาที่ชาร์จพี่มาให้หน่อย
Reach across. And having one leg out, just gonna lean towards it. Doesn't matter how low you go. This is about as low as I can go. I'm not super duper flexible in this direction. So just leaning towards it, elbows right there on your knees.